Welcome back, trainers, and let's go ahead and take a look at some level 40 battles, and then we're going to hop into Open Master League for just a couple of battles. I just got sick and tired of it. I wanted to use my Conkeldurr and my level 50 Metagross, but for now we're going to be using Shadow Metagross, Double Legacy, Mewtwo, and Yveltal. So I have a question. Where in the world is Master Premier? That is my favorite league to play in other than Ultra Premier and Ultra League. So why haven't they bring it back in so long? I really don't understand. It makes it fun for a lot of people who don't necessarily have the investment for legendaries to go in there and not have to deal with Melmetal and or other legendaries. It's perfectly fine if you use those, but it's just nice to have the Master Premier. If we had an Open Premier as well, that would be cool, but you know, I will take the regular one without any legendaries. But doesn't matter. Where is it? Niantic, if you're listening, we need that back. For some reason, you did not bring it back for quite some time now, but I do believe you should be bringing it back. There's really no need for it to be gone. So, with that said, it's not really a rant. I'm just curious because, you know, as much as I love Master League, the meta is very, very, very small compared to the other leagues because there's only so much that can compete on a level up against other Pokemon with both the stats and the moves to be optimal to even win, right? Sure, you can use Spice, and it's always nice when you pull wins off with unique Pokemon that are not really used too often, but let's be realistic. And, you know, in the Master League, it's going to require you to be sticking to the meta, and it's very limited to what we can pick at the moment. So let's just hope that they bring it back because it's very odd that it's gone. So we can keep going on and on about that. Let's go ahead and get into these battles here. We're going to be leading with the Yveltal. So we're going to be basically using the same team as we were yesterday, just kind of a little bit replacing, you know, positioning here. So let's see what we have going on up against Groudon. This is great because we don't have to worry about Earthquake. Although, like we were describing, that Dragon Tail on Groudon is going to be amazing for those flyers, specifically this one right here, because they're going to be able to smack us hard with that Dragon Tail while putting on the pressure with the Fire Punch as well. So maybe a little something to consider or test out for your Groudons if that's something that you do use. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Mewtwo since they did use both of their shields. We want to start building up, expecting a Fire Punch here, so we're not going to be using our last shield. They swap into Kyogre. And I suppose, you know, we got to look out for that because we do have the Metagross. That Shadow Metagross, though, is absolutely no joke. I mean, we've seen it before. We have plenty of gameplay on this channel, but you'll see. It's just amazing using it every single time. Could you imagine a level 50 one of those? How disgusting is that going to be? So we're going to go take them out with the Side Strike. As much as I would have loved to farm down, we still have a shield left. It doesn't matter. We're going to be able to Earthquake. And they back out. We take the win there. Moving on to our next opponent here, folks. We're going to be seeing a Dialga. Now, you know, Focus Blast is going to be doing quite a bit of damage. So what we're going to do is go ahead and build up to a little bit past Focus Blast and go for the Dark Pulse here. We're going to be getting a shield because Focus Blast is extremely threatening. Now, this is clearly going to be a Dark Pulse. They should know this. Yep, so they're going to let that go through. They don't want to use both of those shields here. And we may shield this up to see if they want to use... Oh, we're letting it go. Okay. So what's the plan here, Poke? We're going to go in here and farm down with Metagross. I see exactly what we're going to do here. So shielding this up, it is a Thunder, so good call on my end. They're going to be swapping into their Mewtwo. We've built up quite a bit of energy. Bullet Punch is just digging into that Mewtwo with that Shadow Metagross here. Going for the Meteor Mash. No more shields on their end. Now, here we go. We have to call this. We're going to go ahead and shield it as a Side Strike. And something happens here, though. They may have Side Strike and Ice Beam, or Thunderbolt, or I think they go for Thunderbolt, so maybe Ice Beam on this. So not everybody has a double Legacy Mewtwo, right? Simple as that. Gonna go ahead and build up to the Meteor Mash, getting that off here. Since I saw that they didn't have that move, I figured, okay, let's build up a little bit of extra energy so we're ready to go. They swap, and we go into our Mewtwo. They go into their Dialga first, and then they bring in the Groudon here, so it's perfectly fine going into our Mewtwo. It is going to be a bit close. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to pull this one off here. Yeah, we go for the Side Strike. This is going to be very close. The Metagross has a lot of energy, but doesn't have the health to survive to even get it off is the question, and it does not. And the Dialga is taking the win with about 1 HP. That was a close battle. Good game. On to our next opponent. We have another Dialga lead here. with our Yveltal. As much as I would love to run a fighter alongside this here, it's not going to happen because, well, that's going to be an extremely weak team to charm. So we're just going to go ahead and not do that. We have Mewtwo, which is going to be even playing grounds for a lot of things. If there's a Yveltal in the back, if we have the Mirror Match in the front, we will have a little bit of trouble taking it out. But then again, Meteor Mash and Bullet Punch on Metagross is doing so much while we're taking super effective with the Dark. So they're going to be going into their Togekiss here, and that's fine. We're going to just let it take us out. There's no swapping here. We're down a shield. They're going into their Kyogre. So what has to happen here is the Mewtwo has to bring this Kyogre into the low red for the Metagross to farm it down within about 2 seconds, 1 second. We don't want to be in there that much longer. The charm is going to wear us down. We don't want that Togekiss to get a charge move. Do believe we can take it out first. So the Mewtwo, like we said, has to at least do that here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make it to the next Ice Strike. They're going to take us out here. So, well, we have to improvise. Let's go. So we're going to build up to the Earthquake. Meteor Mash wasn't taking the risk. I know we're Shadow, but that's still half health Kyogre. Bringing in the Togekiss here, and we're able to get to another Meteor Mash and take the win there. That was a good one. Didn't think I was actually going to win that if I didn't do more damage with the Mewtwo, but we're able to pull it off because we had energy on our Metagross. Into the next battle, we're met with a Kyogre. Better in the front than in the back, and they're going to be swapping into their Dialga, and we're going to go right into our Metagross here. So, being a Shadow, this isn't as comfortable as a battle as it typically would be for a Metagross because, well, you're Shadow. So, we are going to be using that shield there. Going for a Meteor Mash to potentially pull a shield here, and they're letting it go through crazy. They have a plan. They're like, I'm just going to come back in here with Kyogre. This is no problem at all for me. So, we're going to let this one go through. It is an Iron Head, and we're going to have to just farm down to kind of recover using that shield. Going for an Earthquake. Let's see if they let it go through. I do believe they do. Yes, they do. All right, so what is the game plan now? Well, Yveltal, easy money. So they're going to be going into their Togekiss instantly, and we're going to swap into our Mewtwo, and it is a race. Let's see. So we're getting a shield out of them. They still have one more left. The Mewtwo is not going to really appreciate this. I was not thinking it. I was like, I don't know. I don't think this is going to happen because I thought that the charm was just going to take us out or something like that. But Mewtwo charges up so incredibly fast. We're actually able to get to a Psy Strike. This is amazing here. And not quite taking him out, but Yveltal can do that. They swap and we instantly go for our charge move here. Something you're not going to be seeing too often is going to be Yveltal taking out a Togekiss with his quick move. Let's get it into the next battle here, folks. What are we going to see this time? A Melmetal? Yeah, this is not, you know, it's not great for you, but it's not the worst because you do have Focus Blast and your Dark Pulse actually does hurt quite a bit. So we're going to absolutely let that first Rock Slide go through, build up to the Focus Blast, and going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. We're getting a shield out of them, so we're going to go ahead and instantly swap into our Mewtwo here, in which they're going to be bringing in their Zekrom. So we're not even going to waste any time. We're going to go straight for the Earthquake. Even if we expect the shield, that's perfectly fine because we still stand at 2. So, well, we're looking absolutely amazing. This has Crunch and Wild Charge, so we're going to go ahead and shield that up, despite whatever they're going to throw there. We want to keep this Metagross alive. Building up to Earthquake, going to go ahead and throw that here. Take out the Zekrom in one shot. Looking good. And see what they bring in. It's going to be a Lugia. So, this is interesting. We're still in a pretty decent position, but if that thing does farm up a good amount, it's going to be a little bit of Trouble Town. We do have Shadow Ball, we do have Yveltal, so they are going to be swapping into their Melmetal while they do have a bunch of energy on their Lugia here, taking us out with Rock Slide while they're shieldless. So we have Yveltal. We're going to go ahead and bring this in here. Now, unfortunately, they're going to be getting to a Rock Slide. Mewtwo is going to be able to take out Melmetal, but we got to work around this. So we're going to swap into our Mewtwo to catch this while building up a lot of energy on our other one here. So they're throwing that Rock Slide. They still can't take us out in one shot. So what's going to happen is they're going to, I think they're going to go into their Lugia right when this is ending. So we're going to go ahead and go Shadow Ball here. That's what we're going to use anyways, but I wanted to tap on it as soon as I could because we're going to be able to win their the CMP. Bringing that Melmetal back in, going for a Psy Strike here, and I'm regretting going for that now. It's a good thing they hit their energy as well because that could have been a lot worse. We do have a Pokemon in the back, which does have a charge move ready to go, so we're going to be perfectly fine on that end. So that was a close one. Good thing we got off that Shadow Ball on the Lugia with a lot of energy left because it did have a ton built up when it did retreat a while back. So good game there. Moving on to our next opponent here. What are we going to see? And it is going to be another Dialga. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this out here. I do believe there may be a time, we're going to say there's going to be a time where I go for Focus Blast, and it is this one here. So we're going to go ahead and shield it up. It's a pretty big indication that you're going to want to go for your nuke move, I suppose, by shielding up that first move. So yeah, we're getting a shield out of them as well. And I do something very foolish here. I don't know what I was thinking, so I double shield. Obviously, I'm going for a Focus Blast. I want to stay alive, so if you want to stay alive too, you better shield up your Dialga. So if they do, we're going to have to swap into our Metagross here, start building up energy. They're going to be going into their Groudon. Now, this is pretty okay, I suppose. At least we're going to be doing a lot of damage with Meteor Mash. At least it's not a Water type, right? Or a Fire type, so this is okay. Now, I'm thinking we're going to go in here with Mewtwo and farm down with Psycho Cut, and we're going to have a lot of energy. So let's go ahead and do that. Well, not a lot, but, you know, we got a little head start here in this shieldless battle, so we got to look out. The Dialga does have energy. They're bringing in a Giratina, so this is going to get a little interesting here. We're going to go ahead and throw the Shadow Ball, and then swap into our Yveltal, and they take us out. That's over. We lost that game for sure. So, good game. Moving on to our next one here. We're going to be met with the Mewtwo. Finally, a decent lead here, so this is great. And go figure, with my luck, they're going to have like Thunder or Ice Beam. So they are going to be swapping to catch this Dark Pulse with their Dialga. And I decided to just go ahead and stay right where I was at and just keep putting on the pressure with these Dark Pulses here because, well, let's just do it. They're letting it go through. Very curious. And they're going to be bringing in their own Yveltal here. So I have not too experience with these mirror matches, so I figured play it the best that I can. So go for Focus Blast. We still have 2 shields here. Now, I do believe we have to call the bait, and we let this go through, so we're calling a Dark Pulse. At this point, well, the Dark Pulse is going to take me out, so we're going to go ahead and shield it up. See if we can make it to a Focus Blast and do a lot of damage and or get that shield from them. And we are getting the shield. So at this point, we have to save this shield and let it go. Our best bet is to bring in Metagross and get them with Meteor Mash and save the shield for when they use their charge move. That's the only way I could see winning this at this point. So we're going to go ahead and shield it up. And if they try to swap, we're going to go ahead and do that as well into our own Mewtwo here. And I'm thinking, well, here comes Shadow Ball. GG, it's a Psy Strike. But now I'm thinking, well, great. If I beat them, Yveltal will come in and it'll farm me up, then take out my Metagross. So I kind of almost want to lose this here. But then it's going to be able to farm up on them. You know, I was just like, well, what am I going to do? So they take us out. They gain some energy. Yveltal doesn't take much to farm, but we had plenty of energy left on our Metagross. So that works out just great. And we're going to be able to take the win. Looking good. On to our next one here. You know, the Conkeldurr is going to come around in a bit. Just like 3 battles with it. So another Dialga. Okay, well, what do you know? So we're going to go ahead and go for the Foul Play Dark Pulse. If I start leading with a regular Conkeldurr, my leads will start being Giratina. That's just the way it goes. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Focus Blast since we did get that shield and see if they want to double shield the Dialga here. And they are. Fantastic. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Metagross. And at this point, we're just looking absolutely amazing. I do believe we're going to let this go. Unfortunately, I don't know if that was the best call because it is a Thunder and it just went right through us doing a ton of damage. They're swapping into their Giratina. And yeah, you know, well, it's not the best position to be in here because Ancient Power is going to take us out. And check it out. So I go for a shield thinking, yeah, we can get to our charge move. And then they get to another one here. But fortunate for me, it is just a Dragon Claw, and I'm able to get to the Dark Pulse. Now, I just kind of put the phone down. I was like, I got a little annoyed, but I survived. I'm able to get this off. I'm thinking, oh, crap. I could probably win here, so let's go ahead and try. We go for the Psy Strike on our Mewtwo. And this is getting very close. They swap to catch. GG. I was trying to make the comeback. It looks like I was going to, but actually the Dialga had a little bit too much health. I don't think so. I think we lost that either way. It doesn't matter. Good game. Nice catches at the end, too. Into the next one, and here we go. We're using Kyogre here. I got sick and tired of the Steel-type lead, so I just went in with the Kyogre here. So let's see how this works out for us. Typically, this is a good lead here, and I don't know 100%. Is this the... No, this is definitely not the level 50 because I'm using Yveltal still. So Melmetal up against Kyogre. This is a good matchup for Kyogre here, as you can see. We are using a shield. They went for superpower because it does typically do more damage to going for another one. And they're bringing us low here at the expense of a shield, so it's not like we just took them out no problem. They're bringing in Lugia. Could have maybe built up to Blizzard now that I think of it, but maybe not, because then they just take us out there. So the game plan is to go in here with Metagross because we can absorb the charge moves better than Yveltal. It's not resisted on it because, well, flying to dark is normal to other flying types, but Steel resists it. So we're going to go ahead and do this unless they have Hydro Pump. And we shielded it up. I was thinking it was going to be an Aero Blast, and our Shadow Metagross is not super squishy, but it takes damage not so well. So I wanted to preserve the health, and they do have a Groudon in the back. So we do have hope in winning this here. We just have to play it out right. The Metagross is still lying in wait, but they still do have a shield left, so we have to be very, very clever with what we do. So they go for a Fire Punch, we swap, or we swap, yeah. Okay, they take us out, and we bring in our Metagross here. I don't think we can win this. There's no way. Unless we farm down. Wow, Metagross Shadow for the win. Oh my goodness. That's right. That's right. Yep, this was a very exciting battle. And we take the win there. Awesome. Let's go. Okay, looking good. On to the next one here. And is it Conkeldor yet? Do you believe it is? Yes, here. We're now in the level 50 battles. Of course, our Kyogre is not level 50. As a matter of fact, it's horrible IVs at that. So, going to go ahead and let this go through. They're going straight superpower. Bringing in a Garchomp, we're going to go ahead and get off this Surf. That's fine. Still does a decent amount of damage. And we do want to just stay here because the Conkeldor is going to be able to work Melmetal as well as Metagross too. Alright, so we're bringing them pretty low over there. And I do believe we shield this up. Yeah, why? Because we want to win Swap. And we're able to take them out. Amazing. Kyogre is just a beast going up against level 50 Pokemon, and it's only level 40. And they're bringing in that Melmetal as expected, bringing in our Conkeldor, easily letting this go through. Let's see what they have in the back, or if we do get to see. And it is a Mamoswine, and they back out. They're like, oh, you know what? That doesn't really want to see Conkeldor. And as a matter of fact, I did not have it equipped as my buddy, so we're going to go ahead and equip it there, and also invest a couple more rare candies, or not rare candies, XL candies, and power it up one more time. Do believe it's level 45 now. So let's go. We're almost to 50. Into the next battle, we're met with a Metagross here. I think this is a fairly quick one. So this is a good matchup here. Earthquake's going to hurt, but yeah, it's fine. So we're going to go ahead and let it go through, as a matter of fact. Farming it down. They're getting to their charge move here. Like I said, we're just going to let it go through, no problem. It is a Meteor Mash, and we take them out. And they're bringing in their Yveltal here. Very nice. I was thinking about going for Blizzard, but then Surf works just as nice. Let's go ahead and just do that. It's putting on the pressure. We're getting a shield anyways. Getting to another one. Kind of why I wanted to go for it, so we can double up here. Getting a shield and also doing some damage. Very nice. And they can't farm us. I mean, they can, but we're going to be able to do a lot of damage before we do go. Actually, I don't know if they could have. Bringing in the Conkeldor to just go to town here. We're going to be doing some nice damage. Shielding up the Focus Blast as expected. Still holding on to shield and energy at this point. They come in with Landorus and back out. And I guess it's a reoccurring thing with Conkeldor. It makes them scared. Let's go into the next battle. We're met with a Mewtwo here. And this is a battle that I do not mind. Okay, this is no problem at all. With the Kyogre, not even 50. I don't know why I keep saying that. Is that Mewtwo's not 50. It's powered up, I do believe, and it's not even, yeah, 42. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and shield this up and then take out the Mewtwo and win Swap here. Down a shield, but that's perfectly fine. Still healthy. Bringing in a Garchomp with Mudshot, which is perfect. They can't farm us down. Now, it's going to take a while, but we'll be doing a lot of damage before they actually achieve that there. So here we go. And they're going to go ahead and throw, easily letting this go through no problem. And what are we going to do? Come in here with Metagross or Conkeldor. Now, I had to get into the mindset of my Metagross being a lot more tankier and taking moves a lot better. Because I was using the Shadow one for a while there. So we're going to let that Outrage go through, farm up a bit. They're swapping into a Mamoswine. And we're going to go ahead and throw this here and then swap into our Metagross. And as soon as I see this, they're going to actually stay in. Okay, they're staying for the fight. And this is our last battle, so make sure you hit that like button. It really does help me out quite a bit, folks. Getting to the Meteor Mash here, and we're looking just fantastic. Going to go ahead and take out that Mamoswine. Still holding on to the shield for the Garchomp here. This is exactly why we wanted it. Going to go ahead and shield this up and get to the Meteor Mash and take the win. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care, trainers.
Finally here. Fantastic.